You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
It is 6:47. We are kicking off your 11 minutes of nonstop news. Ongoing coverage of your top stories, weather and traffic. Here's what you need to know. A new era for the Dirty Birds this morning. Many of you talking about the next head coach. We'll reintroduce you to Raheem Morris. And a live look in Paris on the 6-month mark until the start of the Summer Olympics. We'll hear from Georgia and Team USA shining stars.
And today the weather's a little bit quieter with just a little bit of fog outside and some patchy drizzle possible. But for tomorrow, a chance for strong storms. An update on that coming up.
We begin your 11 minutes of nonstop news with big news for the Falcons fans. The team has hired a new coach. Former LA Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris will be the new leader of the Dirty Birds. 11 Alive's Ariana Manise joining us live from the Benz. Ariana, he's a familiar face in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's right. Raheem Morris has been with the organization before. From 2015 to 2020, he served in various coaching roles, including acting as the interim head coach during part of the 2020 season. Now, Raheem Morris, he released a statement about his new job saying, quote, "I am overjoyed for the opportunity for my family and I to return to Atlanta as a Falcons head coach." He says he knows how important the team is to the city as well as to the fans. Now, a big change also coming out. Morris and the team's general manager will now report to Arthur Blank before the head coach will report to the team's CEO, Rich McKay. Now, Raheem is coming to the team as the 19th head coach for the Falcons, and he's also the first black head coach of this franchise. Now, we're still working to learn when he'll have his first official press conference as a Falcons new head coach. As soon as we learn that information, we'll be sure to keep you updated. Back to you.
All right, history in the A, Ariana. Thank you. Former President Donald Trump now joining the effort to get Fulton County DA Fani Willis dismissed from the 2020 election case. Willis is accused of having an improper romantic relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade and misusing taxpayer funds. We should note the filing does not include any new evidence, but Mr. Trump's team does accuse Willis of inappropriately injecting race into the case. The judge set a hearing for next month over the misconduct allegations. He's also given the DA's office until next Friday to respond. This morning, only on 11 Alive, we are hearing from a Roswell woman who found an alleged bank robber hiding in her home.
I pushed on the door and it stopped. And I was like, what's going on? Why won't the door open? And I reached into the light switch and flipped on the switch and saw knees down, legs and boots laying on the floor.
Can you imagine? Gwen Ketchum found the suspect in her husband's office when she was looking for her foster cats. She quickly went downstairs, got in her car, and called police for help. Roswell police say the suspect is tied to several other robberies across Metro Atlanta. Those are your top stories on a Friday morning. A live look right now at Mercedes-Benz in a little bit of fog, a little bit of clouds, but at least for now, Andrew Wilson, we don't need the umbrella.
Yeah, that's right. You know, nice to have some drier conditions compared to what we had yesterday, Cheryl. Remember how wet it was? We had all that scattered shower activity, but this morning it's really more isolated patchy drizzle. We also have some dense fog in some spots. So yeah, while Midtown, nothing is too concerning as far as the fog is concerned. You look down towards Noonan really in the thick of the fog there. Less than a mile visibility in some spots to start off our day today, but over the next few hours that will mix out and we will have just that cloud cover overhead for today. Seeing a little bit of light shower activity over into portions of Alabama. That's trying to build off into our direction. It's kind of falling apart. We are going to have a better shot for a few isolated showers later on this afternoon. Just about a 30 to 40% chance for rain for your Friday compared to that really heightened chance just yesterday and our heightened chance for tomorrow. We go back to an 80% chance for rain on Saturday, and some of those storms could be strong to severe. We got about an isolated chance for some strong storms. A storm or two basically could be strong to severe, damaging wind being the main threat. The heightened risk further off to the west into portions of Alabama. So how does it pan out? Looking at forecast track for today, just plain old rain. An isolated shower or two, again, that's going to be for the latter part of this afternoon. Temperatures before that even arrives, lower 70s, a lot of cloud cover. Going to feel a little bit more like spring out there for today. Overnight tonight, some rain moves in, mainly south of the I-20 corridor. This is by 10 p.m. Notice some of these showers and storms down towards LaGrange, Thomaston. That's going to move off to the north and east. Barely clip the Atlanta area. This isn't going to be really the threat for severe weather. That's going to be mainly into the latter part of the day on Saturday. This is 2 a.m. on Saturday. Let's continue through the timeline, getting to about 7:30 a.m. Starting off a little bit drier out there, but as we head throughout the afternoon, rain chances are going to increase. Scattered showers off and on rain, similar to what we had Thursday. The threat for severe weather, though, doesn't move in until about 5 p.m. Look at some of these storms back here into Alabama. They're going to sweep across as the cold front moves through. Could have an isolated storm or two within that band that could be strong, but that moves out by the time we get to about 9-10 o'clock, with temperatures really dropping behind this front. We're talking about temperatures back down to where they should be this time of year. The rainfall that we get from this system, again, about 1 to 3 inches. The higher total of rainfall is going to be up here in these shades of purple into far north Georgia. 7-day forecast shows those temperatures really dropping. Looking at the highs again, back into the 50s where we should be, with lows in the 30s.
And I am Liza Lucas in downtown Atlanta, where today it will be launching a new housing option for people experiencing homelessness in our city. We want to turn to some video now because this is a project we've been talking a lot about. We first told you about the initiative back in August. The site, a unique one. It will feature shipping containers transformed into a place to stay. The effort part of Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens' goal to get hundreds of homeless individuals off the streets.
That will now provide temporary shelter using shipping containers, while service providers can connect those individuals with wraparound services that they need, including a path forward to affordable, quality housing.
Now remember this name. It's going to be called the Melody Project. It's downtown again on Forsyth Street. The mayor expected to be in an opening later today. Back to you.
Right now, a Douglas County mother is behind bars awaiting an appearance in front of a grand jury. Uriah Ridge was in court yesterday, charged with the murder of her 3-year-old child. According to arrest warrants, Ridge was high on cocaine and marijuana when she took her children into the woods for 11 hours. It was raining and brutally cold. It led to the death of her 3-year-old. The 7-year-old is still in the hospital. Thousands of dollars are headed to stopping vandalism at a Peachtree Corners shopping center. The Peachtree Corners Marshal's office says the problem has been getting worse in the last few weeks. They started installing some trail cameras, and they plan to use high-tech cameras with motion detectors and a speaker system.
New for you this morning, fixes are coming for an error that would have given students less financial aid. The Department of Education believes this will give students access to an additional $1.8 billion in federal aid. They say the issue came because financial aid tables had not been adjusted for inflation. We are excited. This morning marks exactly 6 months from the opening ceremony of the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. The city's ready. The venues are built. Let's take you live now at the Eiffel Tower in Paris. A cloudy, dreary day there, too. Local time, by the way, in Paris, 12:56 in the afternoon. Paris will host 21 of the 32 Olympic sports in and around some of the city's most iconic monuments, and we will take you there. Team USA getting ready, including dozens of athletes from Georgia, like Emma Hunt from Marietta. She's already qualified in speed climbing. Or what about gold medal gymnast Suni Lee, who's also been competing for Auburn? She is excited.
I think, like, when I look at the Eiffel Tower and it's like shimmering, like, and there's like the twinkles, like, I think of like when we step up to a podium and our leotards are sparkling.
All right, 11 Live will be there live. The Olympics bringing together over 10,000 athletes from 206 countries. Coverage of the countdown to Paris will continue in just a few minutes on the Today Show. Andrew?
Cheryl, it feels like spring outside right now. Temperatures are sitting in the lower 70s for highs as we head throughout the afternoon, and you're going to see a 40% chance for rain, much lower compared to what we had yesterday. But those rain chances go up for tomorrow as a cold front moves through, bringing us drier weather with much cooler conditions as we head throughout the rest of this week.
Good to have a more low-key day, even if we're going to keep a watch of that as well.
All right, everybody, have a really good weekend, and we hand it off to the Today Show. We'll see you back here on Monday morning.